Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Ramadan Kareem. This is message of ending Ramadan Kareem in English, part number 155. Welcoming Eid Mubarak. Today is April 20, 2023. Welcome everybody watching WRO YouTube TV channel. I am Muhyiddin Muhammad Yusuf, the president of World Rohingya Organization, conveying a message to the world. My dear brothers and sisters in Islam and all those Rohingyas living scattered throughout the world, including those living in Bangladesh refugee camp and in the IDP camps inside and outside in Arakan state and the diaspora. Assalamu alaikum. Ramadan Kareem. As we approach the end of the blessed month of Ramadan Kareem, I want to take a moment to reflect on the many blessings that we have received during this holy month of Ramadan. Ramadan is a time of fasting, prayer and reflection, and a time when we seek to draw close to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and strengthen our faith. It is a time when we strive to be more compassionate and generous, to help those in need and to purify our souls. And now, as the month of Holy Ramadan draws to close tomorrow, we can look back with pride all that we have accomplished. We have fasted for the whole month of Ramadan, abstaining from food and drink from dawn to dusk, and in doing so we have deepened our connection with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and strengthened our resolve to follow His path and the way of life of the Hazrat Muhammad Mustafa sallallahu alaihi wasallam. We have also spent long nights in Tahajjud, Nawafil and regular prayers, and also reciting the Holy Quran and seeking forgiveness of our sins and faults. We have given generosity to charity, helping to those who are in Bangladesh refugee camps and in Arakan IDP camps in other places who are needy and less fortunate than ourselves, and reminding ourselves of the importance of the compassion and generosity towards the homeless and stateless needy Rohingya people. And now, as we prepare to celebrate Eid al-Fitr, let us remember that the lessons of Ramadan do not end with the holy month itself. Rather, let us carry these lessons with us throughout the year in the remaining 11 months, striving to be better Muslims and better neighbors and better social activists, working for the sake of the Rohingya people, for their needs, survival and advancement, and free from all kind of persecutions in Arakan, Burma, from the hands of brutal Myanmar military forces and military government, and also those who are foes and enemies of the Rohingya people in our country, and pray to Almighty Allah that all our brothers and sisters in Bangladesh refugee camp can go back to their homeland, Arakan state, through UNHCR sponsored repatriations with the guarantee of safety, security, liberty and freedom, equal justice and citizenship. Let us continue to fast not only from food and drink, but also from anger, envy, jealousness and selfishness. Let us continue to pray, not only in the mosque, but also in our home and in our heart. Let us continue to give generosity to charity and to the Rohingya refugees and those fighting in the cause of Allah in the jungle of Arakan Rohingya Salvation Army, not only during Ramadan but also throughout the year. But I am very sorry to tell to the world that even in the holy month of Ramadan, a group of misguided people in the Bangladesh refugee camps, with the cooperation of some misguided police, border force, they are oppressing and hitting our Bangladesh Rohingya refugee camps Rohingyas and who are suffering very much. So I would like to request to the government of Bangladesh to take care of these security matters, as the Rohingya refugees in Bangladesh camp are complaining for their suffering and for the misconduct of some of the Bangladesh APBN police and some misguided group who are operating illegally and torturing our Rohingya brothers and sisters, burning their homes and looting and violating their normal course of life and making the Bangladesh refugee camps a hell for them. Taking this opportunity, I am very grateful to Almighty Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala for His blessing that still today we have a group of people in the jungle of Arakan in the name of Arakan Rohingya Salvation Army Al-Yaqeen who are ready to sacrifice their lives for the sake and defense of the Rohingya people in Arakan, Burma. We have to pray for them who stand for the justice, equality and restoration of the rights of the Rohingyas and human rights in our state Arakan, led by ARSA Commander-in-Chief Hafiz Ataullah Abu Omar Jununi and those heroic freedom fighters of ARSA. ARSA stands for justice, equality and restoration of the rights of Rohingyas in Arakan state Burma, so they are on the right path, and we request each and everybody, the Muslim Rohingyas and all part of the Muslim Ummah, to help this movement so that it can go forward with the blessing of Almighty Allah and your utmost help and assistance. We also very strongly condemn all kind of violence activities committed by RSO and other misguided Rohingya groups who are creating problems in Bangladesh refugee camp, and we appeal to the government of the Bangladesh to take security measures to protect the Rohingya peoples in the Bangladesh refugee camps. We are very much grateful to the governments of United States of America and the Western countries, European countries and Asian countries striving hard for the restoration of the rights of Rohingyas and pave the way for safe and dignified repatriation of the Rohingya refugees from Bangladesh. We also highly appreciate and all kind of assistance given to the Rohingya refugee camps in Bangladesh and IDP in Arakan state Burma by the members of the Organization of Islamic Cooperations, OIC, and also His Majesty the King of Saudi Arabia Salman bin Abdulaziz and His Highness Royal Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman to grant and provide 1 year extension of the legal Iqama and legal residency in Saudi Arabia to all Rohingya Muslims Burmawi in the last days of Ramadan, and we hope it will continue. And today I want to request all factions of the Rohingya activists and politicians and human rights workers and defenders of the Rohingya people out of the country and inside the country to unite to win the pleasure of Almighty Allah and to strive for the good result of the common good of the Rohingya people, uniting and forgiving each other. As the month of Ramadan, we have to get very much prepared to find a solution for the Rohingya people, so then we can fight back our enemies and those who want to wipe out Rohingya people from Arakan states. And finally, on behalf of World Rohingya organization based in USA and those fighting in the jungle for the sake of the Rohingya people defense, Arakan Rohingya Salvation Army, I want to wish you all a blessed Eid al-Fitr. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala accept our fasting, our prayers and our good deeds and many other charities we have done, and I believe that Allah will bless us with health and happiness and prosperity in the coming years, and also strengthen our iman and steadfastness to fight against the enemies of the Rohingya people. And may we all meet again next Ramadan, inshallah subhanahu wa ta'ala. I am Muhyiddin Muhammad Yusuf from USA. Arsa Zindabad, the leader of Arsa Zindabad and freedom fighters Zindabad. Thank you.